But Ev ain't got no choice but to plea out to something ridiculous.
Yo, so it's Friday.
Yo,
it's Stay Talkin Ish radio show.
Yeah.
On Big Bad Radio.
Yeah.
Make sure, well, I guess they already tuned in. But y'all can always reach us at bigbadradio.com.
Turn in.
Download the Big Bad Radio app.
Yeah.
On Apple, Android, whichever one you got.
Yeah, tune in. Tune in.
So, man, it's Friday. You smiling, you energized, you got your Red Bulls.
Listen, man, I'm alive, man. Allah woke me up this morning. I went and got legal money.
Legal money's good.
What do I gotta be mad about? You know what I'm saying? We talking about how my man said honorable earns, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
You acting like you just came from, you know what I mean, Jill Scott crib.
Listen, I just want to put this on the record. You know what I'm saying? And y'all gotta excuse my you gotta excuse my vulgarity. You know what I'm saying? But
we got a lady in the building.
So I'm gonna keep it misogynistic. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I do. If I just came from Jill Scott crib getting what she was doing, you ain't seeing me right now. I don't call out. Is she coming to the show? Nah.
Hell nah, nigga.
It's Netflix and Jill.
I ain't never coming back.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what you call wifey, like, we had a problem. And
got a flat tire.
Yeah. What'd he say? And he's gone. And there's nothing we can do about it. You don't remember that. You don't watch those type of flicks, guys. There we go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't watch them type of flicks.
A Jill Scott and a nice plate on a Friday evening?
No, I can't do that. I gotta get the Jill Scott first, take a nap, and then get the plate. Like me, I'm a big dude, man. That's too much. That's too much in one sitting. You know what I'm saying?
Take a break.
You feel what I'm saying? Like you get paid, get a Jill Scott and eat a meal, or come get paid, eat a meal, then get a Jill Scott. Yo, no, not going home. I'm gonna look over like, yo, you need something from the store? You know what I'm saying? That shit looked crazy.
That's when you start making extra runs. You be like, yo, you want me to go grab some ice cream from the store?
Yo, you want me to go to the liquor store? You need some candy or something? You know what I'm saying? You listen, man.
I know you like those special M&Ms that only come around Christmas time. You want me?
Yeah, you want me to go get you a Christmas M&Ms? Something. I got to reward somehow. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta be some reciprocity, man. I can't that's just too for you, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keep it all the way being, man.
Gotta have a happy home.
I ain't even worry about the home.
I mean, that's what I was saying.
You gotta have a happy experience, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to keep it PG. You know what I mean?
I mean, we didn't say anything rated R. I'm just saying this. Those type of experiences, you gotta keep that in the tuck. Like you don't even tell, like, some experiences, and even though we older men, some things you still might be like, yo, remember Shorty from Wildly Wop, well, whoop-de whoop, whoop-de whoop. You know what I'm saying? And all the homies like, well, it was Wildly Wop, whoop-de whoop, and you like, yeah. And everybody like, yeah, that's good shit. Look, pass me her number. This one right here, that right there. She bullshitted, bro.
Nah, you don't want to fuck with her.
What you mean, bro? Word is born. I got over there.
She called me.
What? Yo, my G, I got over there was roaches on the floor. I still stayed because she cooked, but the food was bullshit.
You got bed bugs.
Listen, man. I act like I had to take a poop and got right up out of there. So you gonna call her again probably tomorrow?
Yo, that's the crazy one was. She was horrible.
Yeah,
all this negative stuff.
Oh, I mean,
but that nigga was always coming from her crib.
Listen,
yo, you was over there again,
bro. Back in the day, bro, I had a good loyal, and motherfuckers be like, "Yo, what's up with you and her?" Nothing, bro. She don't even rock with me like that. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all niggas need to know.
Yo,
nothing.
But you always around her. Nah, bro. Real shit. I'll be chasing her, bro. She ain't got no rap for me. I keep that right in the tuck, bro.
She just bought me some sneakers every once in a while.
like you in college, you be like, yo, I saw you coming out of so-and-so room at like 7 a.m. Nah, that's the homie. We was just watching movies and eating oodles and noodles.
That's a damn lie.
Yeah, of course it is. But I'm not, the good things I'm never telling. I'm just keeping that a being.
I'll never tell.
Brown girl and Brown.
Hi, how are you?
Let's go.
It's been a couple of weeks. She came in here yelling on the phone,
smiling with the mittens on. We ain't got a match. Money match with everything.
How are you guys?
We good, man. We got our 2 authors in the building tonight.
Yeah, I guess we can act like we got guests in the building.
I mean, you know, they could chime in whatever. That's why they got the microphones, man.
Now we're gonna let them introduce ourselves.
Please do.
We got Mr. Well, you know, we got Mr. Paper Chase Publication. He's been here a couple times.
He paper chasing.
Introduce yourself, sir.
Jay Cerrone, thank you for having me.
There we go.
You gotta stop talking all.
Yo, you seen him get his Barry White on? That was a secret garden tonight.
It's my voice. I've been talking like this since I was 14. I can't do like, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got this nice young lady here.
Good Muslim in the building with a good book. If you feel like introducing yourself, please do.
What's going on? It's Shannon Jahan.
Okay. So, you know, we sitting here with some good work in the building. Please make sure y'all go out and cop up, you know what I'm saying? For all our people on the live that can see the new books, you know what I'm saying? We're going to let the ladies go first. Talk to us, man. The Tears Behind the Veil.
Tears Behind the Veil. So, this book is my story.
Okay.
And the purpose of releasing it is to share my story for anybody who may go through anything similar to what they read here in this book.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about bashing anybody or anything like that. So that's first and foremost. So,
and is these North Philadelphia tales? Because I already know what's in this book.
You sure you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this a North Philadelphia tale?
No, it's not.
Okay, then I don't know nothing that's in this book.
Okay, there we go. It's a good story. So anybody who picks up this book should erase anything they think that they know.
Okay.
That's first.
I mean, as long as it's not the trials and tribulations of a North Philadelphian,
You seem a little biased against North Philadelphia.
No, but because I know what to read. I know what's in there. I done read the book by M.K. Ashanti. I read my boy's last book. You know what I'm saying? I know what to expect.
So now you know everything about North Philly, anything? I'm just trying to figure that out.
This is what I'm going to say, man. I'm well versed in the North Philadelphian culture.
Well, I'm not well versed on it. So any North Philadelphian culture that would like to, give the brown girl, straight from the suburbs some entertainment, some information, feel free to send it to me.
There we go.
All right.
Well, I'm about to cop up on this.
Yeah, how can I get that book, girl? Can I take that with me today?
Do you have another one?
Do you have another book, Jay? I sold out today.
Okay.
But we definitely have.
Okay, because I have Cash App and Zelle with me.
Oh, listen, that's the first thing I said.
It's definitely not a North Philly novel.
Okay.
That was one of the first things that I spoke to Jay about. Like, Jay, let's make sure they know this is not a North Philly or a street novel. Like,
okay.
It's not that.
So ain't no young boys busting guns?
There's no busting guns. It should have been some busting guns, but it's not.
So this is like if you're familiar with the Nation of Islam, this is like
not at all.
This is like an MGT Muslim girl.
Not at all.
So
hold on. Okay, it's none of that.
Okay, well. I guess
give us a little something.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, give us a little something
I'm
about
going to
it.
explain the veil because most people have assumed since I started talking about the book and promoting it and discussing it amongst my peers and strangers and whatever, the first thing they assume when they see that I'm Muslim is that it's about some Muslim sister who is oppressed and that's not it. So the veil is a metaphor for whatever it is you use to cover the pain that you had. So you all have different ones.
Okay. So now you
it sounds like blue and cream. Yeah. No, I'm interested. I'm gonna hand this right to wifey.
So when did you get started in writing?
So I've been writing all my life. Is an outlet for me to journal, and to write. It turns into poetry. Sometimes it turns into a song. Sometimes it's just what it is. So it's just an outlet, a way for me to get out what's in here and put it on paper. And I never intended to publish it or give it to anybody or share it, but just to get it out of me.
So when you started going through this process, did it feel like self-help for you? Did it feel like therapy for you?
That's exactly what it is.
And when you came out on the other side, how did you feel?
It's still therapy for me because I
Understood.
go back and read it, and sometimes it's hard, and sometimes it's very enlightening. But I'm always I've said it to Jay many times, I can't believe I said it. That helped me through the day, and I wrote. But in the moment that I was writing it, I didn't realize it was helping me.
Nice.
I was just getting out with the words that came to me in here.
Okay. So as a Black woman, I think a lot of times we hide behind, and I'm gonna use veil because it relates to your book. We hide behind a lot of things, whether it be our face, whether your smile, whether it just be your toughness, your everything. So what do you expect Black women who might pick this book up to get from this?
Or any woman.
Well, I only speak for Black women because I'm a Black woman.
Understood.
Absolutely. Black women first.
Yeah.
First and foremost, Black women, I want to help us.
Right.
But yeah, so I would expect them to, first of all, self-reflect.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about the Black women and first of all, our relationship between each other is torn.
Yeah.
The first thing we do when we see a sister is look her up and down and try to assess her. But you should be assessing yourself.
Self-assessment.
Because why are you looking at this other sister and thinking negative?
Looking for her
or
flaws.
Why can't I compliment a sister and say, "Oh, I like your glasses,"
Mm-hmm.
and her not say, "Oh, she being Joe." Because that's what they say in Philly.
Or she
she corny. She all Joe. So self-reflection is first.
Yeah. Agreed.
That's what's up.
And so, is this the first of many Tears Behind the Veil, or is this a one-off, a one-shot deal, or are we expecting more materials?
Expect more. It's in the making.
Okay.
This is just the beginning.
Okay. Well, we looking forward to the work, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I mean, just like the good brother over there, anytime you want to come up and you got something new coming out and you want to promote it, you more than welcome to use our platform, you know what I mean? Mi casa es su casa, you know what I'm saying? Come through. You know what I mean? And come through and just, spread the knowledge and let us know what you're doing and let the people know so they can support properly. You understand what I'm saying?
So I do have a question. Is there any particular lessons that you're looking to teach in this book other than it just being your story?
Yeah. So the main lesson is that I feel that however you are, whatever ways that you have about you, whether it's an insecurity or the opposite, you could be very secure. It's a direct reflection of your childhood, whether it was trauma, whether it was healthy, whatever it was. So however you were raised to think and feel about yourself directly affects the decisions that you make in your life every day.
True indeed.
So you said this is like a personal story. What do you think about how to help those traumas? Is it through, like, say, therapy? Is it through religion? Would you advise to help that healing?
You gotta read the book, brother.
Listen, man, we like Generation Z,
I'm just saying, you gotta read the
man.
book. That's
Definitely
what the book is about,
but
brother.
it's all
It got
about
technical information. You know what I'm saying?
Self-reflection. And there's
look at the vet stepping in like,
I'm just saying,
y'all giving away the dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the game is sold, not told, man.
You're not supposed to get high off the sample.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, Mr. Jason Rowe.
I don't know if I'm copping up again.
I'm saying, you're supposed to
won't
just
you
get a
tell them about the
taste.
technical portion of the book, since we talked about the personal side of it.
Yeah, there's a lot of this technical information in there. So, basically the book covers a narcissistic relationship, a toxic relationship. So the stages, you have the initial love bombing stage, then you have
love bombing.
Right. So it goes through love bombing, devalue, discard, and hoovering, then the grand finale, and then it wraps up with stage 5, realizations, healing, and recovery.
Nice.
So that's how it's set up. So it goes through the stages of the relationship,
toxicity,
how it affected her, and it starts out with a technical reference to some cited, quoted material from an authority, you know what I mean? A doctor, psychologist, neuroscientist.
Yeah, those people who study relationships.
Yeah, and how the brain works and mental health, things like that. So
understood.
That's why I say you got to read the book, because it combines. That's why it's like a self-help memoir. Okay. So it puts Shannon's personal experiences with the technical information. The poetry, the journaling, all of that.
It's like tying the framework to the reflection.
There you
understood.
go.
Understood.
I'm looking forward to it. So how much is the book? If you want to get this, how much is the book?
It's $12.95.
Nice.
Paperchasepublications.com is the official website. It's also available in Kindle format on Amazon.com.
Okay, that's love. And so we're gonna move into the Suicide Tuesday.
Oh,
Well, actually,
yeah.
yo, I think maybe we should play a little bit of music.
Okay.
We're gonna break it up, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about the Mr. J. Sarone's book, Suicide Tuesday.
That'll
My
work.
man Glassnell. Is this one of the Migos? You look like Migos, man.
You stupid.
Migo! No, don't you see the glasses?
I
All right,
guess
y'all
so.
listening to Stay Talkin Ish
Yeah.
radio show
Yeah.
on Big Bat Radio.
Big bad.
See us on the other side.
Let's go. Lego.
It turned off for a second. I just turned.
I'm just saying, but when the smoke clears, Chewy has to produce from that. Like,
Okay. We're back.
He's satisfied.
Then it's all good.
We're being professional for the next 10 minutes.
No.
Come on, man. Because we came back and,
No.
we made it like 35 minutes without talking about Chewies. No, we didn't. We started off with Jill Scott.
We started off with the infamous.
Yeah, that's
Yo,
true.
Jill Scott right now, she has a video on Instagram fully clothed with no penis that's almost as famous as the Superhead tape.
But the video is old. The video is from last year.
I don't care how old it is. What I'm telling you is, think about how much.
I feel some hate from over there.
Think about
that's an old video.
She posted it herself and said that she was upset that you're so hype about something that's old.
But my thing is,
And
You did it. You mean?
Think about how famous this clip has been for the past 3 days. Like, this is better than like the fake LMA Chewy, and the LMA Chewy was pretty sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? This is bigger than like the Tierra Marie Chewy.
Hers was whack though.
The bullshit Black China Chewy.
See, you know what? I think the thing is not her in particular. It's that a woman that you've seen and you respected as a strong Black woman.
Don't do
it's
that.
actually
No.
Doing those types of things.
No.
Don't do that.
I'm serious.
You listen to her lyrics and her songs. This woman has been sexual from day one. Like, she Crown Royal. Like, she. And
No, I'm talking about as men.
Listen.
I don't know too many men that's got Jill Scott on repeat. You might appreciate some of her songs.
I'm sorry. I have to be honest.
You got Jill Scott.
Jill Scott's first album. What was the joint? The joint like "You Love Me."
Mm-hmm.
That joint. I used to like really bag up dope to that song.
So if you listen to the lyrics in that song,
like real talk,
it's very sexual too. Like,
I didn't take it sexual. I took it like
no, it was though.
I'm sorry, I wasn't. I didn't.
If you listen to it,
Yeah,
no, I'm not saying that anybody would see, because I don't really get hyped over anything that I'm not actually physically doing.
Yeah.
So like, even as far as the videos are concerned, like, that was thorough. Like, but that wasn't my gat. So.
Yeah,
it
really wasn't nobody's game.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Lucky nigga that
that's what I'm saying. Like, this stuff don't. I mean, like this. That's what's up. Like, she got.
I'm just saying. I was
in the air,
amazed by her technique and prowess. It was like, yo.
She reminded everybody, don't forget the balls.
She did.
She did do that.
Incorporate.
She did do that.
The balls.
She did do that.
And
because they get cold.
And the underneath.
And the gooch.
Yeah, she just reminded people, don't forget that part.
She pretty much gave women the blueprint, like how to get married. You know what I'm saying? Like, if
the fact people are surprised, she's a 40-something-year-old woman. 46-year-old woman.
That means she got like at least 30 years of chewing.
All right, man. Can we go to?
Suicide. Can we get there? How do we segue to suicide?
Hold up.
I mean, the book does have a lot of sex scenes.
That's what I'm saying. This is the segue.
It does have a lot of sex scenes. And it's about Molly. So Molly is a drug that, know, people, that's why it has a lot of sex scenes in it. So basically what happens is the dude, he's a 25-year-old married dude. He has a newborn daughter. He gets into an argument with his wife and his parents, who they live together. He gets kicked out the crib. He goes with the neighbor girl, runs into her.
And gets on Molly.
They do Molly. He does Molly for the first time. He thinks it's going to be all fun and games. And it takes place over the course of 1 week, and he kind of snaps out, and then it goes down. It goes digital. So, but there's a lot of stuff that happens.
Oh, this is going to be a good one. Molly.
Yeah, we're one of that one.
I do.
I had a good experience on Molly.
Good book. I read it in a day.
Thank you.
I had a good experience on Molly, so I'm interested.
Seems like you want to tell us about this story.
Do you really?
Come on, just tell us about the story. Go ahead. Do it.
I exercise the right not to incriminate myself in the court of law.
There you go.
Dang, brown girl, I was trying to get him.
We was just talking about, not incriminate yourself.
I'm not going to incriminate myself, but I mean, all my Molly exploits was before Mrs. Barksdale, but still, I don't. Yeah.
I actually got this book idea the one time I did Molly.
It was you must have had a great day.
No, not really. I mean, it wasn't.
The book's not called Great Day; it's called Suicide Tuesday. So.
That's a valid point.
Right.
No,
I'm just saying the experience I had. This was not my thought.
I was going through it at the time when I took Molly,
Mhm.
so that's why like I was put on to it. Like I had seen these experiences, and it talks about that in the book where the boys like I don't want to be rolling around butt naked because that's what everybody you were seeing online.
Mhm.
People going viral.
Yeah.
Rolling around butt naked, taking that bad Molly, but supposedly it was the good connect. So it was good quality Molly that
Okay.
I did that one time 5 years ago, but it wasn't like I was like.
I don't know the difference between a good and bad batch.
I mean,
I just had a good batch.
if you wasn't, I mean, probably if you ain't snap out and lose your mind, it wasn't too bad of a batch.
No.
Probably. I'm not no Molly expert.
I had an excellent night that night.
That's what's up. It was probably a good batch.
Yeah.
I have none of those stories.
I don't either.
I was always scared to get that high.
Right.
So I'm gonna get that high, and bad things are gonna
That's
happen.
the crazy thing. Like I don't feel like I was that high. Like
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like I felt like euphoria.
But that's
what
scary.
it is.
And
You can get addicted to that. That's scary.
I think I got a good self-discipline. Cause like I took an E before too. E had a great experience too.
Oh.
Yeah. And some perks was exciting too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you gonna like that joint. Man.
Yeah, yeah.
You gonna like that joint.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
likes anything with drugs and alcohol in it? Any violence?
This is new
All of
Oh,
it.
information.
listen, look at the
Everything
cover.
on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yo, everybody knows that I am with drugs, violence, hypersexuals,
He's
innuendos,
gonna love this book.
promiscuous women, and rhymes.
So you say you read this book in a day?
Read it in a day.
Great.
I got free
It
time.
kept me locked in.
I'm gonna
I
read
didn't even
it.
have no free time when I read it.
I'm gonna read it at
I was
work
like
tomorrow.
at work, like, Jay, I can't do this job.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. So this all came from your experience with Amali.
Yeah, basically, I took Molly. I knew a couple people that sold it.
Mhm.
I took Molly, and I was up. I don't sleep a lot anyway, so you
So
don't
you
be
was
sleeping
rolling
on that joint. I
like
was
an
rolling. I was rolling, and I was going to name it Rolling.
Rolling.
I was going to name it Rolling, but I was up, and then I'm like, I felt pretty good as far as my mood was concerned because I was going through some personal things when I took it. And so I was like, what could be possibly wrong with this joint? So I'm sitting in my truck, like, this is my weirdness, right? I'm sitting in the truck blowing, trying to get tired, right? And I'm researching Molly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm researching it.
After you took it, right?
And you
might
find
wanna research it before you take
hours later. No, I'm like, because I'm like, I felt relatively good as far as what could be wrong with this. That's where my mind is going, like, what could be wrong with this? So when I looked it up, MDMA. See, MDMA is the active ingredient in ecstasy, but ecstasy got other shit in it. But Molly is like the purest form of ecstasy. But the MA stands for methamphetamine. So that's, as soon as I read that, I'm like, oh, I'm not doing this again. Because that's what it's like the family of crystal meth. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I probably would have been like every time. And that's basically what happens. It's like a what if. Like every time the bull gets it, once he takes it the first time, every time, not without going into too much, he's like, yo, he starts getting depressed again. He's like, oh, let me pop some more. Let me do some more.
And that's the crazy thing. What they made Molly for, though, ecstasy. It was like a anti-depression drug.
That wasn't, most of that stuff comes from like military applications.
Yeah.
Even like the LSD back in the 50s.
So I think the pure MDMA is supposed to be like, it's not supposed to be as bad, like as far as health wise. It's like all the shit you get on the street and they start adding stuff and you start getting the fake shit.
Yeah, but still, like just the chemical composition of the joint. I feel like somebody was telling me I was talking to this boy about this a couple weeks ago, and he was saying something similar. I mean, I ain't no expert or no chemist or no physicist. I'm just saying, like the chemical composition is something that's a methamphetamine and how it affects your body over time.
Yeah.
It's not something that I would recommend.
No, I'm not recommending Molly for anybody, but if you did a Molly and had the night that I had,
it
no,
makes
it really happened. I was going allegedly about that. It really happened. It was great.
It makes everything feel
Great.
yeah, like the music. The music seems different. Like
Yeah,
everything.
The music
like,
hit harder.
everything. You know what I'm saying? Like and I wasn't on, and I was still like on some. So I wasn't like on some like that type shit. I was listening to Cameron Sex, Drugs, and Entertainment CD, and like I was listening to like I was in my bag, but it was just like it was weird. So that's kind of like how where I went with this book.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I remember listening when I was a young boy. I was smoking a little something, and I was listening to Wu-Tang Forever. I thought that was the best album ever
Because
in
it
life.
was.
And then like years later, I listened to it sober. I was like, it's all right. But at that time, I was like, yo,
like when you on the Molly, you be feeling like all the bitches want me.
Because they do. They do.
Yo, it was like something going off in my head. Like, bro, she wants you. You should just grab her ass.
Oh. Turns you into Trump, huh?
Right.
Never mind. So let's talk about some current events and stuff, man. We here, man. We talked about the books. First of all, before we go into talking some ish, because this is what we do. Y'all got social media handles y'all want to spread to the people, tell them how they can find the book and subscribe to what you guys do so they always know when the new flash is coming out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You can follow me on Instagram at Writing to Hill 1101.
That's where we found the book.
That's where you can find the book.
Solid.
So Amazon too, right?
Yeah, the link to Amazon is in the bio of Writing to Heal 1101.
Okay.
If you follow me on at Paper Chase Publications, the link to paperchasepublications.com is in the bio. So that has Suicide Tuesday, paperback copies, Writing to Heal. When Illegal Life and Prodigal Son are back in stock, it'll be back on there too, ebooks. Nice. And then Paper Chase Publications on YouTube and Facebook.
Okay. One day we gotta get you on our little show we do on YouTube too.
I'm with it.
Our Unprofessional show where we interview artists and writers and anybody that's making moves in the city that we can get on the show.
That's love.
And come you know, tell your story, talk about whatever product you're selling. And then, almost like this, talk some shit with us, man.
That'll work.
That's what we do.
Good luck.
You seem like you don't talk shit, but you talk a little bit.
So when we come out with like an inspirational show,
I probably won't be on the inspiration show.
People judge and make assumptions so quickly.
I'm just saying, you just said humble and contrite right now. I don't want to break you out of your.
I mean, that's a good thing. You come off as a respectable woman. There's certain women that come in here. Some women that come in here and Barksdale just be like, "Oh, I know you with the shits."
Whoa!
Not in a bad manner.
Yo, what? Yo,
what does that mean,
Gus? I'm getting off of this show. This is my last episode.
No, I'm not talking about anything really negative, but they can talk more about Jill Scott type topics and be more comfortable.
Fifth.
That's all I'm saying.
Fifth.
Everything ain't for everybody.
There you go.
There we go. Like Molly.
But there's
there you go.
But it's certain. No, I'm not saying it's necessarily bad, but there's certain people that walk in and you be like,
yeah, they
got stuff for everybody. They just come off different.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk. What's new and hot off the presses, Gus?
Well, I do want to say, and I hate when people do this, but I mean, I don't know her either. But it said was it
Kim
Kim Porter? I was
Puffy's
baby mama. Passed away at 47. Left two 11-year-olds.
Did they say how she passed?
Heart attack.
Yeah. I mean, Puffy had been playing games with her since fucking 1990, man.
95, I think it was. 95.
Probably 90 though.
Probably
90. I just I ain't gonna say she was like she was I guess this used to be like a model or something like that, right?
I think you in the designer, right? Fashion design.
His first kiss model.
Oh, that's right, the one with the blonde hair.
Yeah, I think she was a model now.
Yeah,
I thought Kim Porter was his first baby mom.
No, the one with the blonde, Justin's mom, right?
Okay. And so what? She got like 3 kids by Puff. Porter?
Two.
She got
Two.
Two.
The other one is Albie Shore's kid.
Right.
What?
Yeah, her older child is Albie
Yo,
Shore.
I watched his unsung joint. Like he was Albie Shore was the nigga, man. That's back when y'all light skinned dudes was like.
First of all, don't group me in with no y'all light skin.
You like listen, man. Albie Shore had it to where like if you was like my complexion or blood complexion, you almost had to fight for your life.
Albie Shore.
Exactly. He had a Bert he had a unibrow like Bert from Sesame Street.
Hey man, but he was tagging him.
I mean, well, really, he got put on because the singing and then New Jack City, the educated brother.
The light skinned nigga from the bank.
Mm-hmm.
And he went out like a G, like Nino Brown ratted on him. He ain't be like, no, Nino killed 5 people in front of me. He was just like, all right, y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kareem Akbar, that was my guy, man. I was stabbed in the hand and everything, man. So I think the Kim Porter thing is sad, man. Rest in peace to her. But like I don't know. I think the whole thing with Puff might have drove her crazy, man. That might not have been like a natural heart attack, bro.
I think they said she had pneumonia. In the article I read, she had pneumonia for the past week or two, and then she had a heart attack. So I don't know if
that's sad, man.
Yeah, it's wild.
And you watching your baby dad on and off, man, parading this 25-year-old woman around and then making love songs about J-Lo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know sometimes women be emotional, like that shit just eat at them inside. Like, you know, like what y'all think? Like how if y'all was in her situation, like how do y'all deal with that, ladies?
Oh, hold on. Here you go.
I'm not going to be in that situation because here's the thing. And I think a lot of times that we forget that this man made a very conscious choice. He decided, I don't want to be with her. And he wasn't. And then she continuously let him back in her life and everything. So,
but it's Puff though, like.
Okay, but you already got 2 kids by this dude. You already getting a check. So do you really need the stress to go along with it? Just raise your kids and everything. But I think one of the things about her death, as unfortunate as it is it reminds you as a woman that you got to stop and take care of yourself.
Yep.
Because like, how long was she sick before she had this pneumonia? Or maybe the pneumonia is what got her in the hospital, but maybe there were so many other things wrong with her that at 46, 47, that she had a heart attack.
This is my thing. Like, I hate to like make it like classism, but like, unless a rich person got like AIDS or something, like pneumonia is not something that like rich people just get. You know what I'm saying? Like you got enough money and you got the resources to take care of yourself that like when things get funny with your breathing, or you know how pneumonia hit, like you can have pneumonia and you'll never realize
she wasn't supposed to die from that.
That's what I'm saying. Like you never really realize you got pneumonia until like you try to run up the steps and it feel like you ran a mile.
Well, my sister had pneumonia just a few weeks ago and everything, and it started with just a simple cold, but she was already predisposed to congestive heart failure. So when she gets like simple colds and stuff like that, it goes real fast, like it goes left real fast.
Yeah.
So where I was sick for a week, she was sick the same time I was, but she ended up being in the hospital for another, she's still in the hospital now and everything because it just goes that fast.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know what other pre-existing conditions that she may have had that, her pneumonia, she probably still thought it was like a cold or bronchitis and was probably either just laying down and not paying it any mind. We don't even know if this woman had health insurance because a lot of people, we think they have health insurance, but they don't. And like, we think that she's rich because she puffy baby mom, but we don't know what her real financial situation is.
I mean, I think her finances was in a place to where if she thought she had bronchitis, like she'd go to the hospital and take care of it.
Or she probably went to urgent care and that's how she found her way into the hospital. Like we don't know what led to that point.
I would hope she wouldn't have to go to urgent care with the child support check she should have been getting.
That's what I'm saying. They're probably not even getting a child support check. I doubt if she ever took Puffy to the Red Door. That's probably just a bi-weekly transfer of 5 to 6 figures. You know what I mean?
I mean, I never heard her complain about support and stuff like that.
You never seen her like in the news like Puff don't take care of his kids with his baby mom.
You don't hear about that with any of his kids' moms.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm quite sure they're well taken care of. Like like last week, and it might have came off jokingly, probably because I was joking, but when we was talking about like Gabrielle Union, and like Gabrielle Union like lost 6 kids before she went to the surrogate and had to have a kid. You know what I'm saying? And see, for me, I'm not gonna sit here and like, I guess, women bash, but I am misogynistic. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And so I wonder, like, what's going on with a woman's body that she lose 6 to a miscarriage? Like, I can understand somebody slipped you a plan B in your lasagna. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I mean, those things happen. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, homies? I got to be like,
you must have did that shit.
You're like, yo,
you be slipping plan B's in lasagna.
You put it in the
5th.
Is it good lasagna or like the Stouffer's?
5th. But what I am saying is, like, you know how many homies, you know how many people that I know, they'll be like, yo, I shot.
Yeah, you a Newark nigga, right?
Chill.
Yeah, that's right.
I shot the club up.
Oh, makes sense.
I shot the club up last night. She coming over tonight. I'm gonna offer her something to drink and slip a plan B in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so and so just
why aren't I dating?
And so I guess my thing is just like, how do you lose 6 the miscarriage?
So fertility is a serious issue. Like a lot of women experience it and deal with it, and a lot of women don't know that they have it until they go to have children and everything, or they realize that they haven't had children, or you don't know. Like it could have been like an abortions when they were younger and it scarred them. So a lot of things, and especially the older you get as a woman, your chances of having children keep getting reduced further and further. And so I have fertility issues, and I just found out recently, like my job, when it was on the table for negotiations where they could have elected to cover fertility treatments, they opted to cover transgender instead. So
they rather turn you to a nigga
because and from a business standpoint, unfortunately, I understand it, because not as many people are going to use that benefit, opposed to a lot of women have been asking for us to cover this and everything, including myself. Is very expensive in order to go through the process. But just to get diagnosed for it is very hard to diagnose. And that's where the issue is. So like where she has 6 miscarriages, like where you're saying what's wrong with a woman's body, a lot of things can trigger that.
I'm just saying. Because it's about population control. Right. So I'll pay for your abortions, and I'll pay to turn you into a nigga. But there's no way.
I'm not going to help you.
There's no way I'm going to help you.
I'm spend more money to help grow. Then you're not going to be working when you're on maternity leave. You're not going to be working while you're out getting the treatments. I got to pay for your insurance.
Like if they switched your lady parts to a dick, you could come back to work the next week.
And then you might get the Woman of the Year award.
Yeah, ESPN Woman of the Year.
Am I really?
Though you still stand when you pee.
Yeah, because technically you still have a dick, yo. And you're at the end of any day, your DNA
just dick. But no.
I digress.
Guys, it really comes down to how you feel on the inside.
Okay. And that's the same training that I went to for as far as sensitivity training. I get it.
Yo, I went through sensitivity training too, and you know what I got from it? Do your thing, I'll do mine. Just stay out of my way.
It's possible that they were accidentally given the wrong genitalia when they were born.
Did that.
So you're saying God make mistakes?
Yes.
Solid.
As long as we clear.
As long as we clear.
As long as we clear. If anybody in my corporation sees this, it sees I'm on this side, I'm still going to have a job.
So
I'm just being clear. I'm going to say this because I'm comfortable saying this, and this is my thoughts. You're telling me that God made a mistake.
Yep.
And you are
fixing
man enough or woman enough to say, I'm correcting God's
exactly
mistake.
And
throw the whole person away.
But if you don't, not to play devil's advocate.
No, play devil's advocate.
But if you don't believe in God, a lot of these people,
bro, the first thing they say is thank God for the ability to change his mistake.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, all I gotta say is I'm not playing
Okay.
with these activists. They see a picture, they do research, they call up your boss and be like, "Look at these horrible things."
Listen,
So what I will say
they
is
gonna do me.
I'm not going to say that you are wrong for wanting to feel better in the skin that you're in. However, don't put that on God.
I mean, but to me, that's just what it sounds like.
And that's my belief and that's my faith, and I have that right to have that opinion based on my belief. I say this like I can't. Since I'm in HR,
you know, it's almost like with the subject of homosexuality, and you know, it put everybody into I guess like a thought process where it's like God doesn't agree with homosexuality, but then sometimes when you think outside of religion and you just think about things that's been going on since the beginning of time, being a homosexual has been going on since the beginning of time, and so. Was God wrong for making homosexuals? Because he made them. He made them.
I don't have a strong opinion on this, but what I will say is this. I don't think God hates you because you're homosexual. I think that's an opinion that man put on whatever God is. Like to me, and I wasn't raised as a Christian. I was raised in a dual faith household, so my beliefs and respect is a little differently than others. But I'm a firm believer is God is all about love. So if you preaching something about hate, you're not preaching anything of God.
Right. Those not God's words.
So I leave it as that. Like if you're a lesbian, if you're a homosexual or whatever, that's really not my issue. Just know that I'm still cool with you, but we're not gonna be that cool where I'm gonna be your girlfriend. We're not gonna have those blurred lines. Like we're gonna be friends.
I'll be honest, for me, if I knew you was a homosexual, like if somehow or another, like. And I guess I gotta like draw the lines. Like, what's up, Aki? Assalamualaikum. Like, if we in the jail and you fucking niggas, I'm not cool with you.
Right.
In the jail or when we hit the bricks, especially if you still tagging chicks, because apparently they don't know the life you're living.
That's a different monster right there.
But see, this I feel like this is some of the lines that men have to deal with because, unfortunately, some sort of a jail experience is our background. You in the jail, your man from the bricks is cool, and you know him for hitting chicks, but then he in the jail with Kool-Aid on his lips, washing drawers. Yo, you a different type gay. Right. I no.
Now I respect you if you are gay. Like if you're gay and you be like, "Yo, I'm gay." That's just who I am.
She said gay.
But if you sneaky gay,
that's what
don't be sneaky gay.
But I mean, but like even with the females too, like the females that's like they are like dainty and feminine. They got the ass all out, titties all out, but then secretly. They cool with your girl.
They used to call them the lipstick lesbians.
And then
lipstick lesbians.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I didn't even know you was gay. If I knew you was gay, I would have served up my lady on the platter for you.
Right, yo.
Goddamn carpet.
No.
Right,
we're not gonna gloss. No. We're not gonna gloss over the fact that you said box bite. You're not gonna do that.
You know what I mean?
You're not gonna just slide that in there and keep talking.
Goddamn juice box sipper. Who told you that this was legal? You know what I'm saying?
So on the other side, when we come back from music break,
no, we ain't going to music break. But back to my original thought is like Scarface said something real in 1980.
No, we're not going to say that again, man. That was very insensitive.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was very insensitive.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
Scarface said,
"Don't say it.
She got no kids. Her womb is polluted."
Well, yeah, that was
some.
Right. But
I never saw Scarface,
you can't assume that just because a female can't conceive
6 of them
naturally that's why. There's a lot of things. That's a very complicated like.
It's a miracle.
This joint right here, womb is polluted. But they can't see it.
But this what I'm saying though, bro.
But I'm saying you can't assume like for real. No, you can't. There's a lot of things that can affect a woman. Not to mention, they got vaccines that come to find out later on is messing up, especially Black women's ability to conceive. They get like look at the Tuskegee experiment that was going on from the 30s to the 70s. Do you got that? I know somebody
Pollution.
who got the depot shot and when she was 15 and wound up with Parkinson's.
Yeah.
When she was like 17.
But understand what I'm saying, and this is what Elijah Muhammad was talking about in the 70s, polluting them.
Yeah, okay, I feel you, but depending on the way you say it, it comes across like, because if you quote Scarface, she polluted her own womb because she was snorting.
But I'm not ruling that option out neither.
Yeah.
The lifestyle that she leads, and this could be any woman in that acting.
I mean, you got diet that affects stuff.
Pollution, Herbalife, tummy tuck tea, whatever that shit is. Dope.
I'm just saying that's a sensitive subject.
Yeah.
It's not sensitive to me.
Yeah, because you're not a female who can't have kids.
Well, it's not sensitive to me because.
So what if you couldn't create sperm that could create life?
For me, I must have done something that polluted me. I smoke black and mild.
But as a man,
what if there was a treatment that would allow you to create sperm, and would you, if you really wanted kids, would you continue to try anything you could in order to create life?
I think for me, it's all about, if I do look into this treatment, am I adding more pollution to my body that's going to affect my quality of life? Is it going to be something that goes against my beliefs and my morals to do it?
Not to mention, like, not to be a jerk, but there's a lot of women, I feel like, that want to have kids just because they feel like they're supposed to have kids. They'll go through all these treatments and then be some like nut-ass mothers when they actually have kids.
Yep.
Yeah, so exactly. Like there's plenty that's not that easily have kids that's not supposed to be mothers. So saying that you're not supposed to have kids and that's why you can't have kids, but it's like some of these people, they go out and they got the bread to get these treatments and then they pass off to the nanny or pass off to every family member. They got a huge family and they just wanted to have kids just to increase their value of a woman because
they think women are supposed like to identify as a woman. You have to be able to have
but they're
children.
not really motherly.
I don't think that's her story. And like, I'm a firm believer that most times.
Are we still talking about Gabrielle in particular?
Maybe Gabrielle in particular. Maybe
you got a bone to pick with her.
No. Maybe.
He was talking about last week. She did something to him. I don't know.
No, she didn't do nothing to me.
Or somebody who looked like her did something to that. I'm serious.
Probably. But look like her. But what I'm saying is this.
He's like, I hate that bitch. And every bitch that look like it.
This is I guess this is where my assumptions come from, because it's not unwarranted assumption. You're talking about what, 46 years old, 46-year-old woman. She's been in front of the big screen since she was probably about 19, 20.
Is she that old now?
Yeah. She's like, bring it on. She was in Bring It On at least 25 years ago.
And she was like,
she was
25. She was great.
But you also have to remember, like, you do remember that she was raped also. So that could also happen.
After Bring It On or prior?
No, she was raped in college. Yeah, before she was acting. Like, she was still in college. She was raped. And, like, it was not just a regular date rape. It was a violent rape. And so you don't know how that left her body either.
True indeed. And then we also don't know what she did to cope through that.
That's true.
You understand what I'm saying? And so I just look at it like, when somebody say something like that, and I ask myself sometimes, like, what is the lesson the law is trying to teach me or teach women in this story? In her story, what are we learning? 46-year-old woman didn't even want kids until her husband got a side chick pregnant.
Well, no, that's not true. Like I listened to her book, and she talked about having kids, but she's also a woman that didn't even want to be married until she met somebody that she wanted to marry.
And she really didn't want kids with Dwayne Wade. She talked publicly. She said, "Oh, I don't want no kids. His kids are enough." Mind you,
that's like the Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt situation.
You understand what I'm saying? And on top of that, we ain't gonna act like she ain't Alicia Keys the shit out that situation. Tell me I'm lying.
I believe you might be telling the truth on that one. I can't remember how they met, but I think there was.
No, but his
Yeah, that-
ex-wife
there
is a
was-
little crazy.
There was
though.
some drama
No,
with
she
that.
would be crazy if she knew you since you was the dirty kid from Chicago that went to Marquette and had an awesome career there and got drafted number 5 in the draft, and you winning championships, and she stuck to you with all of this, all the injuries, all the other shit. The next thing you know, LeBron come to South Beach, and we ain't together no more.
And he took the kid.
And dropped kid. And, you know what I'm saying?
But guess
got
what?
full
There's a
custody
lesson
too.
that she learned there too.
Of course. The same way there's a lesson Marshonda learned when Swiss Beats made a beat for Alicia Keys. And the
It was
next
over
thing you
after
fucking
that.
know,
It was
her
over
last
after
name is
that.
Alicia Beats.
You stupid.
Don't let your husband go in the studio with Alicia Keys.
I'm just sitting in the
Yes.
studio trying to get
Alicia
to
career
you.
ain't
know what
been
I'm
right
saying?
since then. No, Alicia career ain't been good ever since then.
Because what a law say.
She did the unthinkable.
I hate you.
But Swiss Beats career,
But Swiss Beats career ain't been right since then.
No, because God don't like ugly.
You heard?
Ain't too fine or cute
You
either.
heard? So
actually, they just had a book come out.
yeah,
They all had one happy family now.
yeah. Alicia fucked my life up. That's the name of it.
Nah, Mashonda, they all wrote a book
Yeah,
together. They
yeah.
all
And
authors.
Marshonda was probably like this light skinned broad.
They be on vacation together.
Yeah.
Happy.
But then
one happy
you have
family.
then you have on the flip side, you have the Will Smith and the Jada Pinkett Smith.
And that shit is filthy.
That's
Like,
crazy
yo,
to me.
that boy, August
Because he was
Alsina
married.
is the biggest rat in sleeping with men's wives
Wait,
history.
Wait, what happened?
Yo, it was
August.
Alsina.
He slept with Jada?
I would
Allegedly?
bet
Allegedly?
but I would bet a year.
Stop
salary.
playing.
Ain't they swingers though?
Yeah,
They
that's
said
what
on
they
their
said
show that
years
they're
ago.
not.
Yeah, they said that, but it was like, remember when what
They
was
might
it?
not
Hitch
call it
came out,
Yes.
and they said that that's what caused the beef because
Will
Will
Smith was
wasn't
Okay,
knocking
look.
off the
No,
no,
I'm
we're
gonna
not going to
just-
commercial break.
I'm gonna read the Instagram post that
No.
August Alsina
Yo,
wrote to
now
Jada
listen.
Pinkett Smith.
before you read it, all
Did this
the-
happen recently?
Yes, on
Her
her
recent
birthday.
Hold on, I'm gonna read it.
What's her birthday?
It was like in September, right?
I gotta get back on social
September
media.
19th.
Please listen to this.
Okay.
Now, but before you start, some woman wrote this to your husband on his birthday
What he about to say?
on Instagram.
I'm gonna give you the micro because it's all you.
Okay. So this is his August Alsina's Instagram post referring to Jada Pinkett on her birthday. I don't believe in luck. I believe in God's divine order. You are an example of God's divinity in its covering over my life. A beautifully complex individual you are. I could spend a lifetime decoding you. Thank you for your laughter. Thank you for seeing my heart and character and not measuring me based upon what I come from. You see me for who I am and what I'm going to be. Even when I can't see me. Thank you for challenging me on a daily basis. You're a little piece of heaven here on earth.
How do you know?
Hold up. The fortune to my cookie, the vet to my rookie. You are love personified. There hasn't been enough diction created to articulate or express the capacity of my love for you. It is simply beyond measure in human comprehension. So as my soul continues this
Still
quest,
going.
I like to say happy birthday, best. You're nothing like the rest.
I did not even know.
This is what a man wrote to another
Time
man's
out.
wife.
I want to be clear.
I didn't even know they knew each other.
And Mrs. Barksdale's
Right.
watching this right now.
Right.
If someone, any one of you fuck niggas out here, North Philly, West Philly, Northeast Philly, any motherfucking where,
Right.
send my lady anything remote. It could be 15% of that bullshit he wrote to
That's
my
crazy.
lady on her birthday. I swear on everything that means anything, I'm smoking you. Bro,
And I'm putting this bill money up.
yo, like,
Absolutely not. I felt some type of way like that was my situation.
When the
Just
fuck-
listening to it. I'm
You
like,
are
"You
love
still going?"
personified.
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You ever heard August Alsina songs? He's
You know, his lyrics don't be like that.
He don't sing that deep.
Yeah, I love
Right.
it. I
Very
loved
much.
it. Like he don't say all of that in his lyrics. Like the
Cause I
fuck.
ain't no rich nigga, no rich
Right,
nigga,
yeah,
no
right.
snitch nigga. You go from that to
Brian McKnight
Well, she
lyrics.
forced that out of him. He said it.
Because she done said that rubbing on his
He
face
said
and
it.
genitalia. I mean, I'm betting money.
They was Netflix
Well, this
and
is
chilling.
why she's okay with Will vacationing with the baby mom.
Like you're an author, so you
No, never okay with that. How
So,
is that okay?
you
The child
put
is
words
grown.
together
Why
for a
you going on
living.
vacation with her?
Right.
what do you think has to be the inspiration to put these words?
I'm
together?
telling you,
like this ain't like you my homie.
You want to marry
No.
her. You
I'm
want to
telling-
marry her.
listen.
See, you know what I think the inspiration for that
He getting
is?
that on the regular.
I think
regular schmick.
Yeah, like every day.
if I was going to write something like that to Jada is because I had a crush on her since Different World. And then I finally, 20 something years later, start knocking her off. And
Yeah.
it was everything I wanted it to be for the past 3 decades.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So now on your birthday,
I
because
got
you already told me that I got to keep it low key.
No,
But-
I'm exposing it
but-
because
but-
I will smoke your
But
husband.
I'm a young boy. I'm a young boy that pops perks and
Mhm. I
and
know
drinks and
snitch
does all
nigga.
this shit.
know
I know,
rich
yeah,
nigga.
but
I'm a rich nigga.
I'm a rich nigga, but I got in my feelings because you with Will today.
Yeah.
You
Instead
with
of
Will
me.
and the family today,
That's petty.
and so, but not on purpose. I don't think he did it on purpose. I think he was perked up or some shit. Like I'm just speculating.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
That
like,
don't sound like perp words. He sound very sober.
yeah, but he.
That
Look,
sound like Molly,
look.
solo Molly words.
That sounds like
Whatever
when
it
Will
was,
jumped
that-
out of that helicopter. He
I'm-
was hoping he.
I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
that rope ain't
because
work.
If you, if you
did she
sober,
reply to that?
She better
I
not.
don't think she replied to it.
she replied to it, just not in public.
Yeah, she probably texted like that.
Will?
Look.
So he's
You,
like a super side.
listen, you know.
Nah, but he be chilling. He be going on vacation with the family. Like he's like a family friend.
Oh, does he?
Bro, here go Jada's text when she saw that Instagram. Young boy, you are drawn.
No, because
Drawn.
the second Will got that notification, he was like, babe, go handle this. Handle this so it don't embarrass us.
She
I'm gonna
said,
tell you where.
she said, chill, shorty.
if I wrote that to Jill, the Jada Pinkett, I'm gonna tell you.
Uh-oh, Freudian
I'm gonna
slip.
tell you where my inspiration comes from. It comes from 2 places. I just had that ass yesterday, and I know I'm not gonna see you today because you with him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm being super petty.
Yeah.
Or
He big mad.
Or I had that pussy, now I'm booked, and you're out with him, and I just need to send you something to draw. Either way, it's from petty.
Trying to
Yeah.
distract you,
Yeah.
trying to make you think about
Yeah.
this while you with him.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I really feel like he really legitimately in his feelings about her.
yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
Like that was hard. Like
No,
you,
they share secrets.
yeah, you can be, yeah.
Yes.
Like
They
how
don't-
is
that's not
you
much
the
more than
vet-
pillow
In her
talk.
secret garden.
No, they share intimacy. I hate you.
and that's out of pocket, yo.
Garden.
Like
And
they
he a young boy. Like he a young. Like I'm mad right
She done
now.
sat
I'm
it on his
hating right
face,
now.
bro.
I'm hating. No, like that part about having a crush on her since Different World was
That was
me.
all-
Who did
That was me right
Who
there,
hasn't
dog.
had- who
Like I
hasn't
was, you know what I'm
had a
saying? Like
crush
stop playing with
on
me, Jada.
Pinkett since Jason's lyric in the grass. You know what I'm saying? Or since Set It Off when my man
Right.
was rubbing her booty down on the carpet. What? Let me tell you something, bro. First of all, if Mrs. Barksdale would probably stab me if she knew I got some ass from Jada
There you
Pinkett.
go.
But if Jada Pinkett gave me some ass, babe, I'm not sending her that text message. I'm keeping all that shit in here.
Well, now you're not gonna get no more after writing that.
Oh yeah, he done
will,
fucked
he
that
will,
up.
Right.
He will.
Oh, she's
beautiful.
silly then.
that's beautiful.
No, because she.
Because he
First,
drawing
no,
now.
but listen. People can only do what he's not going to do that if he knew that was going to get him cut off.
But you're a young boy. you
Yeah,
said
but
it.
he's not that young. Like he's like what, mid-20s.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is he wasn't going to do that if he knew that was going to get him cut off.
If Jada told him, like, if you call strife with me and my husband,
Yeah, like
it's over.
Well, I think it also lets you know that Will is super cool with it.
No, I think that Will is playing this shit like a Philly
they might
nigga.
be on some
Like,
weird shit.
I
They
think
might be on.
they might be on
they
some
might-
weird shit.
Yeah,
But I
man.
think Will playing it like a Philly nigga. Will probably like, what can I do over the internet? What happens when I see
think
him?
Will playing it like a Hollywood nigga. 'Cause
That
Will
too.
been a Hollywood nigga for a long
He probably
time.
like, you can have this bitch.
Because
you know what I've been
Somebody
doing
got
with
hit
this
it.
bitch. You can have it. I mean, Jada Pinkett just seemed like a handful anyway. Like I seen that
from
little
Baltimore,
interview,
man.
and
She from B-more.
and she admitted like really having a sex addiction that Will couldn't keep up with.
I mean, not whatever, but she was with Tupac, and then I mean, like they was friends, whatever.
Yeah. But she,
come on.
And
now
she
married Will. Like
Yeah.
it's not the same
like
type
extreme
of
opposite.
that's
Yeah.
not the same. You're not getting
But
the same
were they?
energy.
Because Pac was an actor. And I fuck with Pac music, but if the people that was around Pac that
He
tell the
wasn't as
real
gangster
story,
as he
he wasn't, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Who knows if he was really the first Will Smith, but just couldn't be Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
But I mean, regardless, I feel like the boy had a whole different, like just even as an actor, Will is a different type of energy. Give across a different type of energy than Pac.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So who knows?
I'm gonna be honest, Will energy tells me he hit a lot of holes before he was ever famous.
You know he did.
Tupac's energy tells me you might have been a motherfucking virgin before Digital Underground dropped. You know what I'm saying? Brenda's Got a Baby might have been the closest thing you came to some ass before you got some money.
Yeah.
Like Pac, I'll be honest, like Pac just come across to me like, and I don't get twisted, I like his music, but Pac seemed like the type of nigga that got knocked out and beat up a lot, and then all of a sudden just went all the way left. And niggas from the block like, yo, that nigga crazy. I ain't fucking with that nigga because he doing anything for respect, bro.
I mean,
he took that role from Juice and the Butter Rim and just never got out of character.
Like we never heard of Pac being super gangster until after he was what was his name on Juice? Bishop.
Yeah.
He just stayed Bishop the rest of his
but
life.
he had already popped them cops. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
after Bishop.
But it was around this. Well, he was filming that joint. Like I mean,
you was
day,
Digital Underground. Y'all was jumping around in costumes and shit.
But let's think about it. He was 20 years old.
Okay.
19, 20 years old. Like, and then at the end, like I ain't know the boy. I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But all I'm saying is like, there's a point in time when a lot of people, he was raised by. In the Panther culture, so
Panthers and gangbangers.
I wouldn't really be surprised if even as a young boy coming up and trying to find who you are, you still got that militant in you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there was plenty of videos of him where he's talking and he seems like not soft, like not to say soft, but like sensitive.
Yeah. But that's the real him.
He was a young boy.
I feel like that was the real him.
But let's not act like most niggas that wild out in the streets, it ain't because they've been hurt in some type of way.
Yeah. I mean,
and they acting out.
Everything with a black man that when you turn into the streets and that street, like you know, Nas said that shit back in the day, like props is a true thug wife. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like the recognition in the street mean more to you than anything else that'll come about. That's coming from a place of, well, you ain't getting recognized in the crib. You come in the crib, you fucking invisible. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, mom's on dope. Mom's maybe just getting money. You was a latchkey kid your whole time. You turn to the streets. The streets give you that attention that you're not getting at home. The streets is where I'm going to be. I can dig that. I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? But for me, when I see early shit of Pac, he don't come across to me like that. He come across to me like a well-educated kid that come from a rough background, you know what I mean, with his moms and his aunt, and then who his pops was and who his pops was connected to. You understand what I'm saying? But he ain't go to like no school for dummies in Baltimore.
No, with the creative arts.
You feel what I'm saying?
Smart
like,
dude.
The fact that his family even had the resources to put him in that type of shit is saying to
I don't think it was because of that though. It wasn't because of his family's resources, because of his intelligence.
That too.
I mean, I think part of it.
But what is somebody supposed to be? You soft because you smart? No, you actually can maneuver in the streets better if you smart.
Of course.
I think part of it seemed like he could be steered in different directions depending on who was around. Because when he got with Death Row,
when he died, he was a young boy.
Yeah.
Like see the people forget that because we was young. You know what I'm saying, like Pac older than me. Pac was a young boy. Like these dumb young famous niggas now, like wasn't talking none of the stuff that Pac was talking about, whether it be on a record or on an interview.
Yeah.
Drake is way older than Pac was when he died. Drake is what, 30 now? Yeah, 30. Think of what these niggas talk about and what these niggas in they way older than Pac was when he died, let alone what he was saying when he was 20, 21, 22.
But I think a lot of that too also just comes from his bloodline.
yeah, but I'm just saying,
yeah.
like people are very critical, and it is what it is. We all human. Like at the end of the day, everybody a human. He's a talented human being.
True indeed.
You know what I'm saying? But he was also a young boy.
Yeah, he was conflicted, just like Nas. Just
Right.
like Nas, everybody say Nas was dope, and then he got on some shit about the moon and the stars. But I think
He just ain't make it to.
Nas was always influenced by Nation of Islam, 5% Nation.
5%,
and so
heavy.
he you could hear it even in Illmatic. He bounced back and forth from what he knew, what he experienced, and then what he really felt and how his heart really felt. You hear that in Illmatic, you know what I mean? From songs like One Time, from songs like New York State of Mind. You understand what I'm saying? And I guess what Nas did once he got a certain age is he made the conscious move to say, I'm gonna get away from Nas Escobar,
right,
and go more into Nostradamus or that character of I'm talking pro-black. I'm talking I want to get married. I'm talking I love my daughter. I'm talking trying to raise my people up, because whatever I was saying back then inspired my niggas to do dumb shit. You understand what I'm saying? And I say Nas made that decision at a young age as well. And I'm trust me, Pac is in my top 3. You know what I'm saying? The only person I got over Pac for real is Nas, because that's just what I grew up on. And that's just that. I got Pac over Biggie. When that whole shit was going on, I was down with Pac. You know what I'm saying? But in the same token, it's like your voice so powerful. Before you died, a lot of the shit we got from you was fuck Bad Boy, West Coast, live and die in LA, hit him up, I fucked your bitch. Which was totally out of pocket. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we got a lot of the shit that fueled. If we catch an East Coast nigga out here, we bodying him. Right. If we catch a West Coast nigga out here doing funny shit with his fingers, we bodying him. Right. You know what I mean? The Outlaws was from New Jersey, and it was tough for them to come back to the East Coast. Right. You feel what I'm saying? And Gaddafi got killed. Right. Fatal's dead. And whether people want to really give that blame or not, they big homie put them in that line of fire like that.
I can say that's the only reason why I kind of agree with some of the conspiracy theories about like the government had to kill Tupac. Yeah, they had. Because if you think about it, his voice
was super powerful.
Was way too powerful. Like it was like you could literally get cats killed because they was on the wrong side of the country. It was very like it wasn't like this some fake like Tekashi sick. Like it was real complications.
It was very
repercussions to
very COINTELPRO how. I mean, that's when the hip hop cops became real. You know what I'm saying? In the early mid-90s, behind the Bad Boy.
The Bad Boy shit, especially when they had to investigate one of their own who killed Biggie. A cop killed Biggie. A cop who was a blood killed Biggie.
Yeah, this you
know what I'm saying? And everybody that knew Pac was like, yo, Pac wasn't no gangbanger. But I'm gonna be honest, like we blame the government. I hate to say karma, but I always have the radical views on the show, so I'm gonna stay with my radical views. Pac, you're not Crip or Blood. You're a millionaire in the middle of the casino before a Tyson fight, and because some guy from Las Vegas was a Crip, and you're rolling with Suge and the Bix Deuce homies, Mob Piru, you decide that, hey.
And the boy they rolled on actually looked like Pac.
You know what I'm saying?
The boy Orlando, yeah.
Hey, I'm just going to go sock a Crip. Right. And we going to get busy.
Because he supposedly robbed the boy of his chain. Like the boy that they rolled on had robbed somebody else.
Somebody that was with them that got caught slipping in
he said that's the boy. See, that's the thing. You got to watch them niggas that be close to you. You know what I'm saying? Because they be trying to get you in the mix of some shit just because you that boy. Want to get you out of here.
And he was too young and not secure enough in himself to be like, actually, this ain't my fight. I'm good.
Right.
How about,
or this ain't for me.
How about I'm the cash cow? They robbed you for a chain? My nigga.
Yeah.
Now let's go party, drink, and get some hoes.
Yeah.
But instead, I'm going to go sock a Crip, stomp him out in his hometown. We don't know how to get out of Vegas except for on a plane.
Because that's what the dude from Above the Rim would do.
Birdie. Now Birdie would have took the ox out and blew him.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I'm
Birdie
saying?
might have left him stinking because Birdie knew we in Vegas. If we go this far, we got to go all the way because somehow or another they gonna catch us on the strip.
Right.
And what happens? You at the red light, flirting with bitches in this car. To your left, the 3 Crip homies come out the parking lot, pull up on the car on the right. Yo, Pac, what's up?
Mhm.
You turn around. You see that picture? He turned around. His eyes was big as
Like
shit.
it's a wrap.
That's the last picture they have of Tupac alive.
Yeah.
And not to discount what you're saying about the movies, because like what happened to Heath Ledger, like
Yeah.
a lot of the actors,
That
especially
method
in their
acting.
20s,
When they get in
they
the
get
mold,
too much into the role, and then it becomes, they get immersed in the role, and that becomes part of their persona.
Because I think
Heath Ledger died behind it.
because I mean, I think a lot of times the public actually is going to treat you that way too.
Right.
I'm gonna be
You're
honest.
typecast.
I think Heath Ledger has some different demons because after Brokeback Mountain, and he had to get into that motherfucking role, and I never seen that shit. When I seen when I seen 2 cowboys hugging together on the poster, I said Brokeback. Yeah, we good.
They were very, very intimate in that movie.
You
And,
saw it. I know you.
It was very, very convincing. And I'm sure he went home and had to have a talk with himself a few times.
Him and Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh.
Notice that kid Jake Gyllenhaal,
He
whatever his
doing
name
just
is,
fine though.
but he took him a minute to bounce back too. That Brokeback Mountain
Certainly.
shit.
I mean, you
They
changed
broke back their
sexuality
mountains.
for a role.
That Brokeback Mountain shit got them paid, but them motherfuckers was out of the scene for a minute after that. And then the next thing you know, Heath Ledger bounced back as the Joker. And this motherfucker
And that's
was,
another twisted character as
the
well.
motherfucker said that Heath Ledger refused to shower
Well,
the whole
he's
time.
an actor.
The whole
and
time
he's
they were
committed to
shooting
his
the
art
movie,
and his craft,
and all that
that's what's
motherfucker
required.
did was stay isolated and high until it was time to shoot.
Really trying to get in the character. Yeah,
That's like 95% of the actors in Hollywood, though.
Method acting.
Yeah, that's
Right,
what I
method
said,
actors,
method
right.
acting. And because they get so deep into it, then they think that's who they
Like
are.
they psychologically
So
take
what-
on these characteristics.
So is it that impossible to think that Pac never stopped being Bishop?
But it's easy to I'm up for it. It's easy if you from the hood and you have certain experiences and you have certain role models, because even listening to some of Pac's music, I didn't think about it as much until I was older, that some of his music he speaks of from the first person that are experiences that are definitely not his.
Yeah.
16 on death row. He was not 16 on
Yeah.
death row. Like,
But I mean, I think Nas is guilty of that.
yeah, but Pac
Everybody-
did it a lot.
Yeah, Biggie did it a lot.
Pac did it. I mean, but think about how much music Pac had out. So what I'm saying is, he, as an entertainer, as an artist, that's what he
Mhm.
did.
Yeah, he was a
So,
storyteller.
in the movie, so then he was able to like take on
Mhm.
almost
Persona.
like an empath.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
He took on the characteristics of whatever he was talking about. So if he did in the movie and he's acting this way for forever,
Yeah.
or for a few months or whatever, and it's like, all right, I grew up seeing exec like this. I grew up with Bishops.
Yeah.
I grew up with Birdies. I
Yeah.
looked up to Birdie when I was, and it's like now I'm grown, and now people thought I did it well at the role.
Fuck it,
I'm really that nigga.
Yeah.
Like-
Until you sock the wrong crib.
Yeah, am I a sucker? Because after I watched the Butter Room, I put a razor blade in my mouth. I learned how to put it in my mouth.
I was doing that before that. Though. The Puerto Rican boys in Harlem taught me that shit. Yeah, so yeah, I was doing that.
I mean, a razor, being able to keep a razor in your mouth is a valuable weapon.
Yeah.
I still didn't pick that up. I lived in Baltimore when I was
The
back
secret.
in the day,
the
and they used to
secret
be like, "Watch it in
is
Baltimore."
not
Them
right
chicks
here.
got razors under their tongue. I'm
It's
like,
right
"What?
here.
How you?"
I used to
No,
keep it
no.
in my cheek.
The secret is here. You ain't supposed to keep it in your cheek because when you try to spit it out, you'll cut your lip. Right
First of all, how is it not cutting you at all?
Because when you sit in there,
Yeah, I'm cool. First of all, I'm not even trying to get into nothing where I need a razor in my
when
mouth.
you
Put it right there. Go ahead.
put it right here inside your teeth,
Right there.
in this area with the razor up, and the blade will sit.
Oh, why?
Right
You
now,
watched the
like-
Butter Room.
Yeah, right.
Because we was watching the Butter
Again,
Rim.
influenced by an actor's
I mean,
art and craft.
that wasn't me. That was
No, that's clearly because
No, I'm telling you, that's why I
that's
did
what
it.
I'm saying.
that
You ain't
was,
the only one. I'm
if
sure there's a
shit
bunch
get
of other
too- if
people who
shit
tried
get too funky, and I feel like I got a result to the ultimate of cutting somebody like a bitch.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
and throw that bitch.
He always because
Yeah.
he just extra.
You
No, I ain't gonna lie.
Who the fuck pulls out a razor and got perfect aim? If
Hell,
you
I
got
know
who the fuck pulls out a razor and got perfect aim?
Hell,
you
I
got
know a lot of
The way you
folks.
hold it.
He just don't stop.
No,
See, yeah,
I'm holding it pretty
Let him
correctly.
have his moment.
That's but you thinking box cutter where you can control the aim.
See,
For
I don't
me,
think.
I'm just
You about telling yourself over there?
Yeah, I'll be
Right,
for
yeah,
real.
I'm about to
You see me,
incriminate. He
you
keeps
see me
saying
saying,
never
and
mind.
nope, and let him have his moment.
Yeah, I don't think you remember. Back in the day, we almost got in a fight in front of a Chinese store
yeah.
with some light skinned bull.
Yeah.
I had the razor in my mouth. If he
Yeah.
didn't back down, I was like, yo, it's my opportunity to try it. I was like, yo, I want to see how this works.
Secretly, I was hoping you did it
Y'all be trying to
because
shit.
I was like, if he cuts him with the razor, then when
He's
he
gonna be
falls
bleeding.
to the ground, I could probably get a few good kicks.
Like literally, if that
with y'all
time the bull
niggas?
didn't
Like-
back down and was like, nah, I don't really want to fight.
Oh,
I was like, I
how
really
long
was.
is the razor in your mouth? Like you just wake
Until
up in
you-
the morning and pop the razor in your mouth and
Evermore,
going about
like-
your day,
so
Yeah,
they
yeah,
decided
pretty much.
they're done
just
with
in
that.
case.
So how you eat?
You can take it out.
My thing is, if you on the who eats on the hustle?
No, you gotta tuck it, of course. But
Who eats on the grind? Like
Y'all
if you
play
out
too
here in the
much.
mix, like I ain't thinking about eating.
I'm
I'm thinking
sorry.
about
I'm not
money
about the grind.
and bitches.
if you say so,
That's what I was thinking about. I'm
Have you
sorry.
seen how Birdie used the razor? It looked like it was.
But he was
really
up
was
close
engrossed
and
in
in person
stupid
with that
shit.
razor.
Well, when
You know what I'm
cut
saying?
Somebody, that's a personal.
Yeah.
You're not just cutting strangers. This is a
Right.
personal offense.
No, but I mean, it's person. You could cut a stranger, but you still have to
but
be
you gotta
in
have a
their
certain, you
person
gotta have a certain
to
amount
do
of
it. Like when New
anger
York
going
niggas
on.
used to play razor tag,
Rage.
right? You never heard of razor tag?
razor tag, no laser
from-
tag.
No,
the fuck?
I'm
razor
from,
tag.
I'm from Willenboro. We did not do.
Oh, razor tag.
We did not do razor tag.
It was a time you be on one of them buses in New York, you sitting down, you not paying attention to your environment. Niggas walk up on you. What time is it? You go to look at your watch
Okay, that's a $1.50 era.
and haul ass.
Where?
New
Why?
York, Harlem, Bronx,
Just because.
just because.
They predicate cutters.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work in Philly. It was too small. We gonna we know who you are. It's
No,
gonna be a
but
wrap.
that's just. I mean, you got people that like cutting people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then that was a thing. Razor tag.
Yeah, that was
But-
fucking gang
but-
initiation.
My mom was cut by a razor. She lived in West Philly, and then after she got cut with a razor, that's when my grandpa moved them to
Willingboro.
Lawnside.
Lawrence, really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's where my son's mom is from. My son live over there.
Oh.
Like that, like that's just real shit. Razor tag. And so, just like growing up in Newark and knowing that New York niggas play dirty like that, this new age shit where like Newark niggas is really cool with New York niggas. I ain't grow up in that era, bro. I grew up in the era like, man, fuck the New York niggas, man. Niggas get you over New York because as soon as you come into New York back in the day and you come down, you in Harlem, you going to like the basketball games and shit, you got all the niggas out on the corner. Yo, we got this work, we got this, we got that. And you be dumb enough to be like, yo, what you got? Yo, take a walk with me. Take you around the corner, rob you for everything you got and run off. Dumb niggas done got trapped in the projects thinking they about.
Wait, I saw Jermaine Dupri on some movie that got him done like that.
Yeah, but that was in Ohio, fucking with New York niggas.
Okay, yeah, I remember I seen that.
Jermaine Dupri tried to get Omar Epps with that. Yo, I got some bud. Come smoke with me.
On
Fed
Too
him,
Deep.
yeah,
In
fed-
Too Deep.
Fed him some gas that got him dizzy
Yeah,
and smacked him with a bottle.
yeah, I remember that.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I never lived that life. I
That's
just
why you
remember
gotta be
seeing it in
careful who you
Hollywood.
smoking with.
Yeah, that's why
who
I
you
only
popping
smoke by
Molly's
myself.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, motherfuckers is crazy out here, man.
Like I grew up in the era that you can't even eat everybody's food, so I'm not going to just smoke with everybody.
Scavenger smokers smoke with everybody. Scavenger smokers
Yeah.
smoke with everybody.
And then
Because
scavengers,
they ain't got their
no
own.
smoke budget. They part of your budget.
Yo,
Like,
but
them niggas
scavenger
smoke whatever you
smokers,
pass
those
through.
are motherfuckers that come up with like mono, herpes in the mouth.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's because they share with everybody.
They share
Again,
with everybody.
Scavenger
But
smokers.
listen, man, I'll tell you a true story. Miss Barksdale, don't judge me.
Too late.
It was one time, yeah, she judges me every day. It was one time, man. It was like 10 of us, man. Motherfuckers party this chick. I was first, so I didn't give a
Always.
fuck. Right?
You know what?
The bitch came outside after like 3 niggas. and they passed her the weed.
So might as well y'all all smashing it.
Pretty
No,
much
we all
y'all-
did. No,
y'all-
no. We all didn't smash.
Listen, sir,
We all didn't smash.
at the 3.
I think
that's
y'all.
enough.
I think y'all owed her a little.
Yeah, she owed her. She owed. She
You owe-
she
you owe
owed
her
her
some-
own
Oh
personal.
no,
Yeah, you
You know
did.
what I'm saying? No,
they
listen.
all came in her mouth, but now they gonna smoke off the same.
No, she has to.
cannot catch the L.
She has to.
Catch
We
the
have to
L.
roll her own. She has to smoke her own.
Did y'all provide her with her own?
No, niggas was selfish.
Well,
And listen,
guess they
It's
want a
true.
nut blunt.
Listen,
I don't know.
listen, and I'm gonna just tell you how the karma of the world works. This is just real shit. Like I was first. Listen,
clarify that.
Yeah. Listen, the only reason
So
why,
they make it better. Like if you first.
yeah, but better for me. For me.
Not the whole situation. Just,
But I was first. I wasn't sloppy second or trifling third.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Or 10.
So what's the last nigga? What is it?
Ooh,
You just lost.
he the corny nigga. He the corny nigga that was just there. The last nigga is just the corny
Right.
nigga that was there.
if you the last
Why
nigga,
y'all so corny? Y'all gotta share hoes. Is my
One
question.
third-
No,
like,
I don't think.
Like y'all
I
really
don't-
waiting to
I'll
get
fuck all 10
used
of y'all.
cock. Like for what?
I don't think that we. I don't think that we was corny. I think that we was young.
No, y'all don't think y'all was corny. That's
And-
my opinion.
and I-
fuck what
and I
y'all
think-
feel.
and I think
I'm
that-
telling you, it's real.
What's real is this young lady was infatuated about all our ghosts.
Yeah, you see how he be switching it out? You see how
Oh,
he
she
be
wasn't.
switching it out?
Hold on.
A minute ago, he
Listen.
couldn't share the weed with her,
I did.
but everybody can
That's a
share
young
her
lady.
vagina.
Listen.
Now she's a young lady.
She was
because
infatuated
She let him go
with us.
first. She let him go first. See, this what
No,
happens.
she
You let
wasn't
a
a
nigga
nice
go
young
first.
queen.
You
She
become a
wasn't-
young lady, not
She
a
wasn't
hoe.
a nice young queen. I mean,
But she was a young lady.
listen, you
for the moment, and
listen,
she allows you to be
could
first in
judge
line.
the gods and say that
My nigga.
you could say we was corny for running through it, but anybody who knows back in them days,
That was the thing.
no, that
age
wasn't
group
corny.
or-
Like you was solid. Your squad was solid. If you
Mm.
had chicks that felt like, well, damn, all 10 of these niggas is from this block and they thorough, I should just suck all 10 of their dicks.
Who bitch is thinking this shit?
Yo,
man?
he's from North. You have to
I need
excuse.
y'all to
You
just
have to
bring
excuse
one
him.
of
He's
these
from Newark, New
ran
Jersey.
through chicks one time, please.
let me just
Are you live right now?
Yeah.
Because I'm asking. TK is asking. Could somebody please come up here and just be real low key
And we won't
on
even
the
go
mic
live.
with me and let me know what their life is like? Because what are you bitches thinking?
I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't know what they was thinking,
I done
but
been through some
but
traumatic
this
shit,
is
but I ain't
what
never
will
woke
say.
up and thought, let me suck
I
a couple
can-
dicks
I-
today. Like,
I
what
can
the
listen.
fuck is
I
that
can-
about?
I can only
Or
speak
see,
for
a
me.
bunch of
And
dudes
then
that
I'm
be
into
walking
some
down the
kinky
street
shit,
talking
but
about, you
that
know
I
what,
am
I
not.
can fuck
I don't
all of
feel
them.
that.
Listen, let me just tell y'all this.
That needs to remain a
Oh,
fantasy.
cute.
I can only speak for me. Like for me, I was just always taught by my OG, like whether she a queen or the whore of Babylonia, you treat her with
Treat it
respect.
with respect till you bust that.
You know what I'm saying? And so this jump off for the team, I was still the nigga that be like, she wasn't a nice young queen at all. No, she
See?
wasn't. But what I'm
She
saying,
was a nice young lady though. But go ahead.
she was generous.
She was very generous.
Oh my
Very.
Indeed.
She
And
was-
I want to know,
she was
could one of y'all
everybody's
please
friend.
come up here and share with us what that
Yo, we got
generosity is like?
hey Murph
'Cause I'm
Dirt. Hey
thoroughly
Murph Dirt. You
in the
just
dark
checked
with
in
that
Murph
shit.
Dirt. We talk about the chick we ran. Nah, man.
I just want to
can't
be
put Murph
enlightened.
Dirt out
I don't
there.
want to keep.
You already did.
Can we take a music break?
No.
No, we're gonna take a music break.
No.
Young blood, music break.
You try such and everything right now.
Mhm.
first in the triflingisms
I'm sure you the fuck.
of women. Like I know a
we back.
I know a married chick.
You know we back on the air, right?
Yeah, I know a married chick.
You know we back on the air, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, bro was
that,
giving me
that
giving me some
always
sauce
said
right
that
now.
always said things like, "I'll go out, fuck 2 niggas, come home, take a shower, and fuck my husband like the day never happened."
Indeed, she has a
And
high
so-
tolerance for penis.
And so these are the things that have corrupted and warped my mind about like marriage and relationships and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because like
Everybody marriage and relationship different.
I know these people like no. We
go through this shit all
the
time on this show.
That's right. Like for real.
So why bother? My thing is, why are you married?
Word up. Word, listen, man.
Listen,
Listen, let me tell you something. It's been
You know
times
the hoe he
that
married.
I was asleep.
That's why he married her.
Who? What hoe?
Whoever married to the hoe they talking about.
But
over here.
it could be a
Right.
good woman. It could be
That's what
you
I'm
could
saying.
really be thinking like she a good wholesome woman, and then all of a sudden you start catching the flashbacks of all your do dirt and triflingisms, and you be
That's
you be
insecurity.
like, nah, I ain't walking to the store because if I walk to the store real quick, she gonna be
be over there.
So you put your
That's
insecurities
my point. Why
on
would you
high.
get serious with a chick that got you?
I
out
just
there
said
like
that
people do it all the time.
yeah. If you know, if you like I've seen women at the grimiest of the grimiest, man. I'm talking that like
But you was right down there with them in the
I
grimiest.
know.
That's why he knows.
Let's
That's
not
why
act
he
like
can
she's
share.
joining this spot.
I
Like
was-
today, I'm
I
gonna
was
be grimy by
listen.
myself.
But listen, you can't say this woman's a whore if you ain't never shot the ball in her court.
Indeed.
Because you are a hater or a liar if you going by Joe Schmo any bold words
Indeed.
that this broad is a hoe.
Stay louder for the niggas in the back.
Unless she happens to look. Let's not act like when you in the hood, you got neighbors. I'm not saying.
Yeah, it's a lot of.
I didn't say just.
There's a lot of hoes in my town.
See,
Yo,
see,
can
they
the
hop.
brother speak?
My goodness, right? The
Yo,
hood is short
Can the
for
brother speak?
the hood is short for the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what
Whichever
type of
hood
neighborhood. Doesn't matter what type. I didn't say. I didn't. That was your
Oh,
interpretation.
correction on the diction.
That was your interpretation.
Oh, get her.
I didn't even finish my sentence. All I'm saying is when you're in your neighborhood,
Mhm.
wherever that neighborhood happens to be, if it happens to be a neighborhood where you can see what's going on more,
Mhm.
where you got neighbors living closer,
Yeah.
you don't necessarily have to have been the one to shoot your shot into that smizzle's court to know that she is
I
smart.
disagree, bro.
All I'm saying is I personally know
Okay.
for a fact
Uh-huh.
walls are thin.
Uh-huh.
I be hearing.
Oh, you heard her.
You be
get-
hearing
I can hear.
That's
I
not
can hear.
submissible in any
I've
court,
heard.
so
I've
we not
heard different. I've heard her getting choked by a nigga in the morning.
You don't know what nigga
And
choking.
headlocked by a nigga at night. But it could have been
That's
the
my whole point.
But it could have
Right.
been the same nigga.
It
headlocking
wasn't.
and
It
choking.
You don't
wasn't.
know.
It, how you gonna tell me? No, because I ain't talking about the same nigga. All
Yeah.
I'm saying is if you got a revolving door, or
Yeah.
you got, who knows?
Yeah.
Some people might.
When you single, you mingle.
You can
Period.
do what you want to
Male,
do.
female.
Juggle.
We out here. I'm single in the motherfucking Pringle, and whatever neighbors watching my door, mind your fucking business.
But see, it ain't my
like you
business.
not invited.
It
So
just
why
mean-
you worry about
But they
my
trying to-
dick action?
It ain't my business. But all I'm saying is I've had
The walls is
situations.
thin.
The walls is
yeah,
thin, or
clearly yours
I've
too.
had
You
neighbors.
right next door.
I've had neighbors that be like, "Oh yeah, shorty," and I'm like, "I'm cool, dog."
Turn
Like,
the
cause I'm
TV up.
single. You know, say, "Oh yeah, shit," and I'm cool,
I'm gonna be honest.
dog.
If my neighbor tapped me in like, "Yo, bro, this bitch got some good pussy." For real?
Indeed. That's how roundaway fillet
Yo,
get
look,
passed
look,
around.
Yo,
Yeah.
look. But you can't make the mistake. Like, yo, my
Man, fuck, you
my
keep
man-
saying don't make a mistake, but it's some
Good
dude.
pussy,
It's
what's up?
always one out the bunch or out of the rotation that fall in love with that hoe, and that's just it. Like they get wifed regardless of what y'all say about it.
Listen, let me say.
Seriously,
listen,
like
I'm
they somebody be them and they get in the ring and they lock down in their situation.
I'm gonna tell you why
but
hoes get
that's what
white.
that's what
I'm
he
gonna tell
like.
you why hoes get white.
I don't really look because that's somebody love them. Shit.
Truthfully, because hoes are reliable, dependable, and trustworthy as far as you trust them. Meaning, sometimes.
Keep passing.
Like,
There's nothing to say.
I'm being honest. In my days of scumbaggery and skullduggery, you know what I'm saying? You can have hoes like, I'ma chill here. Be at my crib waiting.
And what's wrong with that?
No, but she knows that I'm going to get ass.
Nigga, that's why you're invited.
No, you're missing the point.
No, I'm trying to understand the point.
All right.
Why
So
can't you just
I
want to
paint
have
the
sex?
scenario, huh?
Why what's wrong with wanting to have sex and making an appointment to do so?
I'm just saying, like, hoes are dependable. Very dependent. They come through in the fell clutch of circumstance.
Okay.
Like, you just come home from jail and you need it.
The alcohol bath.
What?
See, you know what? I think, I guess they're women. They don't understand.
They don't understand the reliability.
It's very quiet on this.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, we don't
like
understand.
a situation.
I don't understand.
Like one time, I'm telling you, like, there was a time where I was single, not by choice, and it was a low point. My heart was broken. The whore was there.
She fulfilled the needs.
She was there.
What makes her whore? Because she's there?
No, what makes her a whore?
She was there for them, and him.
But me
So
too.
clearly, when it's not an emotional attachment, she's a whore.
No,
That's what it sounds like.
Listen,
What if she's just single and then like today you're there?
No, we already
She's there
mentioned
for
that.
you,
That's why I'm like,
and then
okay, what's wrong
she's
with
there
having a
for you
dick
the
appointment?
next week,
If
and
she
then
has
she's
the
there for
same,
you
if
the
she
next week.
if she has the same morals as a prescription,
So both of y'all committed.
Was
whore.
She needs to have standards, okay? She can't be there for everybody, okay?
like her pussy
So
can't be a dick
wait.
sanctuary.
Let me understand this. Let me understand this.
Single, it's
You want
available.
you want a woman that is single and available to just be a whore for you in her singlehood.
yeah, you walking around with community day.
A select few.
No, when I
Like
listen
you.
for me,
Okay.
when I needed whores and it was skullduggery, for what I needed in whores is
Really, it's just a whore if they know she got a lot of
always
numbers.
I always needed access.
If they don't know, then she's not really a
Again,
whore.
you know what people.
I always needed
Ignorance is
access
bliss.
to you
Knowledge.
and the things that I needed from you.
So access to things you need make her a whore.
No, my easy accessibility, knowing that she's not my lady and she has a man and everything she's doing on her thing, makes her a whore too.
You know what? Let's not call her a
A
whore.
whore has a man. That's what makes her a whore.
Yeah, or she has no standards.
There's several things that can make it.
Yeah,
There's several things
it's a
that
lot
can
of
make.
contributing factors.
There's several things that can make a female a whore in a man's opinion.
Yeah.
There's different standards that different men have.
Yeah.
Just like there's several things that I'm sure can make a man whore in a woman's perspective, or even another man's perspective. But at the end of the day, we don't care about this shit if we're not fucking with niggas.
Yeah.
So like, all we worried about is that's a female. Is she somebody that I
Can
consider
chew me ungodly, ride it the way I need it rode, and then leave, or I can leave.
But see, the thing is, I personally feel like if you going, I just personally feel like I don't like tossing names around, but you know what I mean? I feel like if you present yourself a certain type of way and you not that way, you present yourself like you just, you know, whatever, and then you out here. Don't act like you
High and mighty.
one type of way,
Yeah.
and then you out here dick hopping.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call you a whore just
Yeah.
because, or I'm gonna view you as a whore just because you use false advertising.
So are you? If you move a certain way, you can't be considered a whore.
Yeah, because we
You
don't
could
know
be
your
doing
I
the
mean, you
same
can if
thing
you're
that
literally a
the
whore.
is doing.
If you
But
literally,
nobody know it but
That's right.
you.
That's
Are
right.
you
Then
a whore?
No.
I mean, but
No.
you are undercover whore, but it's not.
How?
It's not really.
Everybody don't know.
Look, this is
Three
my
of
thing.
y'all
It's
don't
not my
know.
business. It's
Right.
this is the thing. It's
I'm
not
trying to understand.
what you do is not my business, unless you involve me in
Unless
it.
my dick's involved.
Right. If you involve me in it, by me, you know what I'm saying? And if I choose to not be, if I wasn't going to be involved because I thought you wasn't a whore,
Yeah.
or if I intentionally fuck with you because there are legitimate whores. Like you sell pussy, you're a whore.
Right.
If you sell pussy, you're a whore.
There's some
You know what I'm saying?
balls.
Or
Yeah,
if you exchange pussy
for goods,
for goods, you're a whore.
You're an intentional whore.
There's a lot of whores out here.
But I love whores. I love whores.
What they say? I mean, if like life wouldn't be as fun without them.
That's what I'm saying. Like when we say
they bring a lot of problems.
They bring a lot of problems if you
like HIV, like the 3 letters.
But good girls be having HIV too.
Because of community dick.
From them low key, down low, dingy dicking.
Or community dick, or the dude that is fucking the whores that already got the 3 letters, and then they bring her home because they sitting out there with
got it because
dick.
they not being safe.
Like he said, he came home from jail or whatever, and he went to the whore. But the chick that been waiting on him for 3, 4, 5 years ain't been fucking nobody. You fucked the whore first because she was available.
No. If she been waiting for me for time out, if she been waiting for me for 4 or 5 years, she picked me up and we took care of that in the car on the way to the house.
Maybe she didn't pick you up because she wasn't available. But the whore was.
Time out. If you've been waiting for me for 5 years and I say my discharge from the building is this day, you're in the parking lot. There's no way I'm using that little change they giving me to get on the bus. You're right there.
I'm giggling away because I done picked the nigga up a few times and I ain't fucking in the parking lot or on the ground.
Like I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
True, I've been there one time.
You gotta go.
I've been
first.
there. Right on.
Yeah. So that's different. I'm talking about the niggas that shorty was a rider, and as soon as you did 3 weeks, the number change. And niggas is on your call list.
Life goes on. I'm not fucking with you.
For the record, hey,
shit, I know bitches
guys,
wait 3 hours.
The brown girl is not a rider.
Like
I don't ride out for you. Yeah. I'm not waiting for you. I'm sorry. And I just
like
I like that disclaimer.
It's like having the flu.
Y'all don't know who these hoes are.
Well, I'm not going I'm not going to be like, oh damn, you locked up for 3 weeks and then go get me another dick. Like I'm like, oh damn, you fucked up and got locked up for 3 weeks.
Not waiting for you.
Yes.
Sure
is there any type of? Does it matter what he got locked up for?
Yeah, I have loopholes for that.
Yeah, because if he got locked up
so
for trying to hold you down.
If it was like a DUI or something and everything, it's just dumb shit. If it was
a DUI,
if it was like
booked for the weekend,
if it's like a violent crime and stuff like that, and there's no reason for you to have to do that violent crime.
But what if he was holding you down?
Like, give me an example. Hold me down.
Like he was robbing niggas to help you pay.
I mean, I wasn't even gonna say that one. I mean that.
Oh shit! You ain't asking. Yo, you a fucked up nigga today.
Look, give me the scenario.
This is a scenario. You met a nigga, you know good and goddamn well he a track boy.
Okay.
Or you met a nigga, he don't got no job, and every time he leave out at night, he got on a black hoodie and black jeans and black boots.
So
he want to know. I'm gonna jump out and get it.
That automatically puts you in the realm of.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because that means you're not the one for me.
I mean, you never know, because he might be the nigga that while you out working or doing what you do to earn your money during legal hours, he taking care of the crib, he doing all that shit. But you know, when the sun falls, he's going out to make his living. And it's
I wasn't even going to take it there because I could tell she wasn't on that type time. What I'm saying is you out. Let's just say you out, y'all on a date, whatever.
Okay.
You in South Jersey, so you go out, some white boy say something at a pocket boy tees off on him, and he gets booked.
Okay.
So now you're not going to wait for boy because he didn't have to tee off on boy. He was supposed to say.
I need more details.
It's okay.
How long is he booked for?
He's in South Jersey. It's going to be a minute. He's in South Jersey he's going to be a minute before he even gets bail because he's in South Jersey.
So first of all,
and he's not from South Jersey. He's from Philly. So now you got to deal with this out of state shit.
And he got to retain on
because like I definitely would have bailed him out. Like if it was for me, you defended me and everything. What do we need to get him out? Okay, let's get him out. So that's number one. Now, if it's just a simple assault and everything like that, and it's because of me and he was defending my honor, then that's different. But if he has some other shit that made it so that now his decision to defend my honor made it so that he's gonna do like 7 to 10 years in jail, that's
he was on papers. For shooting the nigga, he just made bail before he met you. He just made parole before he met you.
I'm gonna keep it real too.
That's pre-existing. I can't work with that.
I'm keeping it real though. And this might sound fucked up.
See,
I'm not waiting for no bitches neither. Like if she get booked for doing some dumb shit,
You ain't papoosing it.
and this is
What?
why I am fucking
What?
single.
if I'm
I'm
fucking
the
with
bitch that gets booked,
if
and
I'm-
you ain't waiting, and that's why I ain't waiting for a nigga
if
to
I'm fucking with Remy Martin, right? If Remy Martin get booked, oh, I'm hitting everything moving.
see.
Yo, you gotta give Papoose credit though.
No, I don't.
No, he
I
ain't
give
get caught
Pat
up in.
credit.
I don't think he
didn't
held her
been
down
in
the whole
one
time.
Scandal.
But none,
He ain't been caught out in no club.
No,
That's right.
He ain't never
a girl
had-
did come out
shit,
saying
it was
that.
bullshit.
How you know?
He was exonerated
Was
because remember he came forward with his own proof.
Okay.
So again, I do give shouts out to Pep because he held his shit all the way down. I don't know no dude that has done that.
I wouldn't have did
but
that.
every
You know-
dude
and
expected-
no, he ain't holding.
Made
say
sure
nothing.
that
I'm
bitch
like, all right,
came
well,
home.
whatever he doing, it
was
wasn't.
good.
He's like, you know,
publicized,
she
and that's
really
my
did
point
shoot
exactly.
that bitch,
Like,
right?
how
No,
many
but
dudes
she
don't
might
publicize
shoot you
what they
too.
did?
This is why I wouldn't have held Remy down, right? Because Remy is
Get
crazy
on
as
my
fuck. And I'm gonna tell you why she crazy as fuck. Did any of y'all get a chance to like really hear the radio interview when the chick who got shot was up Hot 97? And she's in there, she's like, yeah, I was sitting in the car, and Remy got in the car and said that I took some money out her purse, and she just pulled out a pistol and shot me in the car. No. Now
That's not
listen.
funny.
No,
It's
now
not
listen.
funny.
Now listen. Remy calls up to the station. Bitch, why you lying? You know why I ain't shoot you. Here go the bitch, bawling tears. Remy, word up, son. You ain't shoot me in the car. No,
Exactly.
I'm in my living room dying. She said, bitch, I ain't shoot you, and you shouldn't have stole that money out my purse anyway. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
Crazy.
The chick is crying. Angie Martinez and the other motherfuckers is trying not to laugh at me
cannot.
because Remy's really on the radio. Like, did you see me shoot you? The bitch, like, Remy, I saw you pull out that black gun and shoot me.
Lord.
Remy's like, I never shot you, bitch. And on the phone.
That's fucked
That
up.
shit happened. I said, yo, Remy is the craziest bitch in Bronx history. No, I'm cool off you,
So
Remy.
basically, you scared of it. That's what
Basically.
No, basically, I just don't
She's
want
far
to
too
The
aggressive
risk,
for you.
the risk doesn't matter. The risk,
the
is
risk
too
don't
great.
match the reward.
Well,
The
Hey,
what?
that's what you always got to think about. Is the risk gonna match the
but they
reward?
don't think like that.
Yeah.
It was gonna be a wrap for him
Bro.
if he came out. If she came out and he was,
Let me find out.
gonna
You
die. He was gonna die.
Yo.
He married her in jail.
The broad said, Remy, you shot me.
I ain't shoot you, lying ass bitch. Don't get shot again by somebody else. By
Remy
somebody
said-
else.
Remy said, you lying ass, thieving ass bitch. I ain't shoot you. I said, what? I said, Remy, you really having an argument with somebody whether you shot them. When you know you shot them, they found you with the gun when they arrested you. The bitch went to the hospital.
Wait, y'all, when men cheat, what's the code? Deny, lie,
No.
That's only men though. Women do the same shit.
I'm be quite
Well,
honest.
I'm an
Sometimes
honest
you
cheater.
can't deny.
So, no, I'm an honest cheater.
Sometimes
so
you can't deny.
I'm an
Don't
honest cheater.
I am. I'm an honest to God cheater.
Oh, you
fuck
caught me
that.
over.
Don't
Like, yeah, oh, well, that's that.
those situations.
Good job.
What you gonna do now?
Those situations that remind you of your mom when your mom be like, "So how was school today?"
Yep.
And you knew you didn't go. What happens if
Well.
you keep this line going? You getting fucked up.
So
So,
again,
who-
just come out and
So
tell
so
the
when they
truth.
say shit like, "So who the bitch you was with?"
Let's be honest about it.
Babe, I was totally being selfish.
I can respect it.
It's my fault. I love you.
Mm-hmm. You can leave that
You
part
can
out.
sit it on my face.
I'm gonna do that,
Mm-mm.
but you still gotta go.
I'm
No.
light skinned. I'm light skinned. I'm taking
Or
it
you
to
can
the
stick
end.
around and get treated.
I'm taking it to the end. Nigga, I got video. It wasn't me.
It was.
I'm on my shaggy. That's when all the Jamaican come out.
Nigga,
It
it was-
wasn't me.
It's a photo of you holding your social
Mm-mm.
security card.
No, that wasn't
Wasn't me.
What
Yo,
number
I,
was that?
I must have dropped it. I don't know
What
how
the
they
three
got
numbers start with?
Wasn't me.
143. Oh, that wasn't me.
it. Look,
No, that wasn't me.
Yeah, you know my dad. He got around. You know what I mean?
Your-
Might be some
time
kids
out.
out there looking.
Your
Like,
dad
Joe.
is my fucking hero, dog. I ain't even gonna tell his exploits of heroism. some things is just better sold than not told. But yeah, your dad is a hero. He's an American hero.
Go Joe.
If you say so.
G.I. Joe.
Yes, go
He's,
Joe.
he's an American hero.
From the outside, he was the man.
I mean, I don't know about how many times he slapped you upside your shit. I just
Nah, he only slapped me one time.
No, he fucked you up.
Yo,
That's all it takes.
yo. I lied to you not. Like, yo, I'll be honest.
Got that backhand knuckle.
Like my I was I think I was like 14, right? And you know, I was from, you know, grew up in West Philly. I didn't live with my dad. So, you know, I thought I was like super hard. And then like one day he said something to me and I was like, I don't give a fuck. I was like 14. Yo, I did not see his hand, but he open hand smacked the bullshit out of me. I was like in the middle of the hallway, like after the light flashed, I was in like at the end of the hallway in the corner. And all I know is I got up and I apologized.
Yeah, my bad. My bad.
My bad. That's right.
And it was never talked to. It was like, okay, you got it.
Listen, I ain't had no dad to do that shit to me. My mom's did that dumb shit to me one time, man. Mom said, go clean the dishes. I was like, I took another step. It was like stars and stripes in my eye. She was like, you suck your motherfucking teeth. No,
I did not.
No. You got it.
Straightened you right on out.
You need extra soap in this dishwater or no? Yeah, bro.
It's funny because it's not even the pain. It's that flash of light and shock. Like it's just like what? I didn't see anything that happened.
You meet your maker.
Yo, it was like Thor. You see all the lightning sparks like yo.
And it's like you miss a couple seconds of your life. You're like, I have no idea what happened.
What the fuck happened in those 2 to 3 seconds?
You went to next week.
You're on your way.
Yo, it's like, yo, man, listen, man, we appreciate y'all coming up here and talking shit with us, man. I hope y'all had a good time, man. You know, every time we come up here, this is what we do, man. We laugh and we joke, you know what I mean? But to bring it all back for all the listeners, everybody listening on our social media, please let them know y'all social media, where to find the book, where to find y'all, and we gonna wrap this up.
Well, thanks for having us.
Of course. Thank you for coming.
You already know. Paper Chase Publications on Instagram, Paper Chase Publications on Facebook, Paper Chase Publications on YouTube, paperchasepublications.com. You can get paperback and ebook versions of the books, and Amazon.com as well. And Shannon, Writing the Hill, 1101, right?
You got it.
All right, man. It's been another wonderful Friday evening at
Good
Stay
laughter.
Talking Issue.
Good laughter.
So, Brown Girl, what's going on with you? Shout out your stuff because it's been a while. We haven't seen you.
I know.
We miss you.
Hi, I'm back.
I thought you ain't like us.
No, I just gotta, this place that pays me, they require a little bit more from me these days. But the only new thing that's happened to me is the Brown Girl Experience is official business. I am now the Brown Girl Experience LLC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make sure you pay your taxes.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I have my mom's an accountant, so she's not gonna let me get off.
Oh, I
with not
forgot
paying
your
taxes.
privilege. My bad.
Oh, yeah,
No,
See?
I'm just middle class.
I'm genuinely happy for you.
Thank you.
My mom's an accountant. I'm okay.
Do that.
Says the guy who lives in the cul-de-sac.
We ain't even talk about him. That's that light skin shit I be
And he
seeing.
lives in like a
He
mansion.
always being light skin. Like, I don't know why you
Basically, I'm like, wow.
crying.
I was like, oh shit, they really got a
Remember, we pulled up like,
Yeah.
wait, what?
They really got a
And he talking about how many homes I gotta own. Well,
Yo, man.
can I get
Well,
one like yours?
It then took us into a garage that's bigger than most apartments in Philadelphia.
Yo, these are lies, man. Watch me walk outside and get my car that's broken
So
down.
you can
and shit.
afford
That's what you
said
just
area
choose to drive.
live
The
in.
wifey drives the expensive farm.
Right.
He's stupid. I've been in that
See?
farm.
Everybody
Not with
doing
wifey,
well.
you was
Blessings,
driving.
blessings, all blessings. Good stuff.
Yes. But everybody can find me at www.browngirlexperience.com. New content will be coming in December.
Keep doing that.
Oh, you think I'm lying?
Meanwhile, Ish over there choking.
My inconsistency.
Arms up.
Stop
Oh.
smoking. Nigga.
No.
There you go.
But thanks for having me back, y'all.
TK, what's up, man? Give us all your handles.
I ain't got too many handles. I'm on Instagram at KDolo2.
Mhm.
I'm on Facebook under alias Bobby
Mhm.
Bouvet. Good luck spelling their last name.
Mhm.
That's it.
She was
I
out there
don't do nothing
advertising
else.
and she was super single earlier.
And
What? You what? Why not do that? Because
You
I said
did.
I'm single as a Pringle.
you did.
Now my daddy last
And
name. They
and
ain't
you
changed.
y'all can find me at Ish Barksdale 1911. You know what I mean? And that Stay Talking Ish. Just want to thank all of our extended Stay Talking Ish family that always support us. El Revere,
Brittany Gardner.
What's the name of the company again? My bad.
Paper Chase Publications.
Paper Chase Publications. Just everybody that come through and rock with us heavy, man, and help keep us relevant in what we doing in this podcast and in that radio world. Shout out to Blood. You know, I'm not Young Blood. I'm just not gonna call a dude Boom.
Hey Boom, shout out to you, Boom.
Shout out to Blood. And
TK gonna call you Boom because that's your name.
And you know, he came in and Di, who was the first third member of the team. She went off to chase other ventures, and we miss you, Di. Come back, you know what I mean? Come visit. And I just hope everybody get home safe and enjoy their weekend, man. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah.
All right.